Good morning, everybody. How are we doing? How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Are you guys ready for the next series, Brick by Brick, building up a house, building ourselves into a house? I'm pretty excited. Today, we're going to start off with squats. I just like to start the week with legs. I haven't always liked to, but typically it's the hardest thing to do. So I like getting the harder shit out of the way and then the easier stuff or the more fun stuff later on. I do actually like training legs. I like squatting, but it is for sure still the hardest thing to do. Before we get into that, though, I'm going to eat breakfast, and then I'm going to go to work, and then I'm going to lift afterwards. But I'll show you what we're doing for breakfast these days. Pretty simple. Plain bagel, 230 calories, toaster, bagel, serving cottage cheese, sugar-free syrup. Breakfast is 320 calories, 11 grams protein. Yeah. Okay, that concludes breakfast. Sorry there was not much talking, but my housemate's in the kitchen, or the living room next to the kitchen, and I still hate recording around other people because it's cringe as hell. But that's how I've been starting my days for the last little bit here. Like a breakfast, but a light breakfast, just a bagel, some cottage cheese, some sugar-free syrup, 15 calories per tablespoon. So, or for 2 tablespoons, I think, actually. So, pretty decent there. A little over 300 calories. Protein's negligible, but 10 grams of protein, can't complain about. It's better than nothing. And then I take my creatine, or I take half my creatine. So right now, I think I'm doing 2 more days of 20 grams a day just to get it good and saturated through my body while I'm getting back into the lifting thing. And then once I'm done with that, I will still be taking 10 grams a day. It just seems to work better for me. I'm not necessarily recommending it. I took 5 grams for a long time and I didn't really do much. And then I took 10 grams and I received way more benefit from it. So that'll be a couple days on the road. Now I have to get ready for work. So you're not going to see a clip for a little bit. I'm going to go to work all day, work my whole shift, and then come back. And then we're going to lift. We're going to hit legs. Legs aren't sore from squatting yesterday. Knees feeling okay. They're definitely a little achy, but it's cold this morning. And I haven't really moved around much. So hopefully they're going to feel better in a little bit. But it's going to be our first squat session. And I honestly don't know what else I'm going to do for legs. The home gym is great, but there's not much variability in the leg department. So I'm just going to figure that out when I get there. But yeah, so see you after work. Can't forget my 65 gram of protein under 800 calorie burrito. You know, it's weird. After like a few months, you get really used to talking to a camera, and then you take a few months off and you lose it. So bear with me while I get used to it again, because it's definitely weird. But anyways, we're back home. I took an hour nap after work, and I'm still a little sleepy, but it's not really going to affect the lift at all. But I'm pumped because we're doing the first official lift of the quest for strength. We're starting off with legs, doing some squats. One thing that I'm a little bummed about here versus being at the gym is the best thing that I have found for warming up my knees before squats has been to do like a reverse walk on a treadmill, turn it on really slow, like a 0.5, and you kind of drag it forward. Just seems to get the blood flowing into the knees better, and it definitely helps with the pain. I honestly am not sure if I'm going to really need to do that anymore. My knees have been recovering, and as long as they keep recovering over the next month or two, I shouldn't even need to worry about it. So what I'm going to focus on is, even if my knee feels fine, I don't have to worry about it. I'm going to just do my warm-ups slow and steady, and not try to rush through it, because if I rush through it, I will hurt myself, and I just do not want to deal with that. Yeah. So, anyways, beforehand, I'm gonna do just a little bit of stretching. I don't do anything crazy, but just to open up the hip flexors, I just do this little frog squat thing and just try to press everything open with my elbows. It helps with the butt wink. I don't know why your hip flexors are a big part of a butt wink, but I promise I've tested it. It definitely helps. So I just do this for a little bit, and then I'll also do kind of like a split squat type deal, and I just lean into one side and really try to stretch and open everything up. I don't do them for too long, because you don't want to overstretch before a lift. You'll actually more likely to hurt yourself, but you do want to warm stuff up. And I don't have the treadmill, and so yeah, I'm gonna stick to this. There was another point that I was gonna make, and I forgot what it was, so that's just gonna be gone into the ether. But yeah, so we're just gonna do a couple of rounds of this, and then we'll start warming up. See, I'm even used to just popping my knee right when I get off, and I haven't had to as much. My knee still does pop a bit, but not as much as it used to. Sorry, car drove by. Okay, that was good. So I live next to an airport, and I live next to a road. It's gonna get really annoying. I don't really know what I can do about it, but there is gonna be sounds of planes and cars and stuff. After rewatching the video, it is annoying. So sorry about it. I don't know what to do, but I'm gonna just not worry about it for now. Yeah. I might as well mention it too, just while we're at it. For food for the day. Now, I did mention that dinners aren't going to be not going to be super strict or particular about them. I'm still just going to try to keep them a meat and a vegetable. So I've kind of already had dinner today. I had my burrito for lunch, and then at work, a bunch of food got messed up, and so I got basically two like breakfast sausage patties. Threw some cheddar cheese on them, put them in a salad. So I had like a sausage patty salad thing. They're a sausage, so definitely a bit fattier. So calories are going to be whatever they're going to be, a little bit higher than usual. But I'm just going to not have a dinner tonight, because I've already eaten enough protein and food at this point. So after we do legs and do our little cardio session, I'm going to just eat my ice cream for dinner/dessert and then call it good. But anyways, it doesn't really matter. Just thought I'd throw that in there. Need to slow these reps down. So even that, I'm going too fast. I need to go down slow. I need to go up slow. If I go too quick, either the down or the up, especially at the change when you hit the bottom and you go up, that spike of speed change, that's what gets the knees starting to tweak out a little bit. So I really got to get it in my head to just slow everything down. It's gonna be hard, honestly, because I like to just go, you know, to some degree, but I'm gonna have to learn because I'm not gonna blow my knees out. The thing is, I probably, thinking about it, probably should have done legs the day after maxing out on legs. They're not sore at all, but hey. But I just probably isn't the best idea. But whatever, it's fine. It's what I wanted to do, and that's what I'm gonna do. And hopefully it doesn't bite me in the ass. So 185. This is where I'm going to throw these on. Yes, it makes the squats a little bit easier. Anyone that says otherwise is lying, but it doesn't. I wouldn't go as far as to say is it will make you able to do heavier weight. It's not really what easier is. It does make the reps that you can do a little bit smoother. Like I got 315 yesterday with these on. Let's say I got them without them on. I definitely wouldn't have been able to get like 335 with them on. That being said, they probably help at the bottom of the rep, help keep the momentum going up and all that. So yeah, here's these. 185 is when I throw these on. So. Whew. I still don't have a mirror, and I don't have the best depth, and I can't like mentally gauge the depth just from squatting. I'm probably gonna get just like some cheap shitty mirror right here just so I can see myself, know what I'm doing. It's gonna be a little bit down the line, but feel free to judge my depth in the comments, because yeah, roast me, I don't care. Man, the birds are screaming today. Shut up, bird. Oh, that bird left is so annoying. Okay, the way I do my warm-ups is the numbers will change as the weight changes. And I honestly haven't even really been counting, but typically what I do is the bar for just a few, just to move around, get my positioning down, my depth, how far I want to go, stretch out a little bit. I do 135, usually do 10. I don't even know how many I just did, but I try to do like 10 to 15 with 135 just to get everything going with some weight. Then 185, pretty much everything from 185 up, I do 5 reps until I get to the weight before my working set, and I just try to match whatever I think I'm going to do in my working set. So for example, I'm going up to 275 for my working sets today. I am fairly certain that I can do 3. We're going to find out, but I'm fairly certain I can do 3. So in 225, I'm just going to match that and do 3. I probably could do 5. I definitely could do 5, but if I do 5 on the weight before my working sets, it just gasses me a little bit more than I like, and it's not giving me any more like necessary warm-up. So I just stick to match what now if I'm gonna get 5, if I'm like, all right, today I'm getting 3 sets of 5 and I'm gonna finish out, then I'll do 5 on the weight before, because at that point the 5 before won't be gassing me out as much because I'm strong enough to do 5 on the next. But until those points, I just do whatever I think I'm gonna get 3 sets of. Today's 3, so 225. We're gonna do 3, and we're gonna feel it out. No belt too. I was doing no belt up into my body weight and then putting a belt on, but I do think my lower back needs a little bit more training and core stabilization. So I go up to 225 now. That might increase too if my squat goes up a lot. But for now, beltless at 225 and everything above with a belt. Ooh. So that felt good. I think 3 reps was the right move. Could have done more, but here's our move. Now I'm gonna take a slightly longer rest before I get into this. Do 275 for 3 sets, and then I gotta figure out something else to do. Rusty nail. That would have been fun to step on. Oy, mosquitoes are coming out. There's literally a pond on that side of the property, and then another pond a little bit further past that side of the property. And it's summertime, and the mosquitoes are out, and they like me. Okay, that's probably good and rested. So, gonna go for 3 sets of 3. There's honestly probably a decent chance that I'm gonna feel like I can do more. But I think I'm just gonna start everything on 3 sets of 3, just because that feels right, and I'm just gonna go with my gut. But who knows? Maybe 3 sets feels really easy, and the next leg day I can go up a rep on 2 different sets. Who knows? We're in uncharted, well, not really uncharted territories, because I've done this before, but for you, we're in uncharted territories. All right. I feel a little heavy, a little bit heavier than I was honestly expecting, but we still got it. Gonna have to just check the depth afterwards, but I don't think it was too bad, and we got 3 sets, 3 reps. So, yeah. Okay, time for set number 2. 3 more. Woo! That third one felt definitely a little harder. Hi. Okay. Still gonna be able to get a 3rd set, but it's gonna be harder. The knee is starting to ache a little bit, both knees actually, but I think it's because I was doing those reps a little bit too quickly, and unfortunately, I definitely can't slow down these reps. The heavier weight, I kind of just have to move at the pace that feels right, and if I slow it down, especially at the bottom, not sure I'm going to be able to get it up, especially like the 3rd rep. So, honestly, I shouldn't gauge how I feel right now. I should gauge tomorrow, because that'll be a better indicator of how much my knees can handle. Because, you know, aches and pains can flare up. It's not necessarily warm right now. It's not cold, but could be warmer on the joints and all that. So, just gonna see tomorrow. But 2nd set felt good. I am definitely gonna need some DEET, one of those candles that wards off mosquitoes, because I'm getting chewed up out here, and that is not fun. Time for set number 3 of 3 reps. went too far. Ah, yes, the wonderful sounds of nature. So pretty. Hey, the moon! I could just feel the depth wasn't that good on those, but whatever. We got 3 reps, and that's it for squats. Okay, kind of lied. We're done with heavy squats. I'm gonna do one more squat variation. I'm very limited on what I can do for legs, I'm realizing. So one thing that I am gonna do is squats and then depth training squats. Out of this, I just asked to grass as low as I can go. A lot lighter weight, so I'm down to 185. I think I'm gonna use no belt at first. I might need to throw it on afterwards because I might be a little fatigued, but I did these before my last strength program. I was doing 225 with no belt, so this should be okay. But the whole purpose of this is to get comfortable at lower depths without having to risk trying it with like heavier load and like blowing my knees out or my back or something, but still getting like stretching it down to the bottom. Also, I do them with a little bit narrower of a stance, so getting just a little bit more quad specific activation versus just quad and hamstrings and everything else. But yeah, so anyways, we're gonna do some depth training. Back is feeling a little tight, but we're gonna ignore it. Oh yeah, that feels so light now, it's crazy. So a little bit more narrow over stance for sure, and then just all the way down. Oh, that's harder than I thought. It's only 4. It's good enough for now. Definitely a little bit taxing on the low back. But I think that's going to be good. I'm going to do probably 2 sets of those. Just as many reps as I can without like dying at the bottom. Yeah, I do. If your squat depth isn't great, like mine isn't great, I recommend throwing these in. Just go way lighter than your working sets, whatever your working sets are, go way lighter. And just go ass to grass. Like, really just if you can do just that, just try to replicate that with the weight. And it's actually easier with weight than doing it body weight because it kind of forces you to stabilize yourself subconsciously. You don't have to think about it as much, and you don't have to lean forward. You can kind of just keep yourself straight with the bar. But yeah, so it felt pretty good on the knees, honestly. It really wasn't bad. They did pop a couple of times, but it wasn't painful. It was just kind of like a release of tension. Any other notes? I forgot my hat and I just left it off. So enjoy my like 18th century hairdo going on. Yeah. Okay. Definitely need to work on those. Legs could have done more. Lower back is not excited about those. So I'm gonna call it at that. So we did work up through our heavy squats. We did our depth training, a little more quad focused. I do want to do one more leg exercise. Been trying to figure out what to do. Try to finagle something with the leg extensions. I didn't work. And there's only other really thing I can do is a bunch of different squat variations, except for lunges. Now I only have 60-pound dumbbells or the barbell, and housemate's gonna use the barbell for squats. But I have these handy dandy things, and if I set it up right, it can add the weight, but not too much weight. Oh, that's hard as fuck. Okay. Actually, bring these closer. I'm gonna do like 1 or 2 more sets of that and call it. Featuring the sound of a tractor in the background. Hope that's enjoyable. I did 8 reps per leg last set. I'm gonna try to do 10 just to finish off strong. But I'm definitely cooking, so wish me luck. There's a core workout too, for sure. Oh, fuck me. Oh, fuck. Oh.
Are you talking to the mirror or the audience?
Fuck. Audience. Okay. That's it for legs. Brutal. Absolutely fucking brutal. You guys remember this site, don't you? Cardio. At the end of the day, PlayStation got all screwed up, so we're fixing that. Gonna edit yesterday's video, some of today's video, play some Skyrim, and before we know it, an hour to an hour and a half will be done. Don't really have too much on my mind at the current moment, so not much to talk about other than I'm just super excited to start strength training again, get strong again, and just be a unit. But anyways, I'll catch up with you with ice cream later, but we're just gonna get this going, finish her off strong. But all right, got her first down. Look at that, an hour. All right, can you see that? 55 minutes, an hour, almost over, like that. Once I hit an hour, I'm gonna do some abs. I meant to do it after legs, but I kind of just was dead, as you can see. So I'm gonna do some now, nothing crazy, not like I was doing before, just a few sets of like 30, maybe some Russian twists, and call it good. But yeah, that's gonna pretty much call it for the working out for the day. Now we're gonna have some protein ice cream and go to bed. Well, it's the end of the day. It's 10 o'clock. It's time for me to go to bed. Yeah, guys. The quest for strength has begun. First day done. Squats completed. I'm actually really, really tired right now. I haven't squatted that heavy
with some additional work afterwards, and then a little bit of cardio in a while. And I gotta say, it feels good to be tired from it. I can tell the legs are definitely going to be sore tomorrow. My glutes are going to be sore tomorrow from lunges for sure. And honestly, maybe even like my traps a little bit from just picking up those weights. But I'm excited for the soreness. I'm ready to be sore all the time and progressing towards being a unit. To catch you up on the diet, only thing you really missed food-wise is I had my protein ice cream. I had a whole one. I should be having a half. It's not detrimental if I have a whole one because it's 400 calories and 61 grams of protein or whatever it is. I don't even remember the numbers. So there's too many numbers in my head. But it's a really low calorie and really high protein, which is so nice. So if I eat the whole thing, it's fine. I do want to do just half, so I'm not eating a pint of ice cream before bed, even though it's good ice cream, just like mentally. I don't want to be eating a pint of ice cream every day. I may do it anyways because it is delicious, but I shouldn't be. And then I did have my orange as well. I usually have it for breakfast, but I didn't have it this morning for whatever reason. And so I just had it tonight. Might even help with the digestion a little bit better if I'm having my fiber at night. We'll see. And yeah, anyways. Yawny, dude. Tired. But anyways, I'm stoked. Tomorrow is going to be chest. I'm ready to bench. I'm ready to do some flies and whatever else I can think of. But that's for tomorrow. Anyways, love yourselves. Love each other. Be kind. Spread love. Smell some flowers and touch some grass because it's good for you. Okay. All right. See ya.